Hello, welcome to When Legends Talk, a book by the legend of Savage Machine, the original Mexican metal band from Northern California. Just a word of caution, this book contains topics and scenarios that may be triggering to some people. Discretion advised. Chapter 7. Un Palo En El Hocico. Grandma was a whole different being. She was strong headed, demanding, and ruled with an iron fist. She wasted no time in correcting anyone at any time in front of anyone. Her version of corrective punishment went to a whole new level. Mom mentioned that Dad had told her about an incident when he had done something wrong as a kid, and the way she chose to teach him a lesson was by hanging him. Grandma's brother happened to be passing by and pulled Dad down, but apparently he was already turning blue in color. I'm sure that provides some level of explanation for a few of the stories you are hearing about, but let's be clear that doesn't make it okay. By this time, many things had already happened, and my dad ended up in the hospital once again. The doctor had found some kind of dark area in the part of his brain, and at that time, the only way to see what it was would be to perform exploratory surgery. That meant they opened up the back of his head to expose his brain and possibly see what was going on. The neurologist said they found an area of his brain that was damaged due to substance abuse. The surgery left him in a state of temporary paralysis, and he was unable to walk or talk. He was immediately transferred to a hospital in Mexico City that was better equipped to handle this case, and Mom went with him. The doctor had performed a tracheotomy. This is where the throat is closed up, and the doctor has to make a hole in one's neck to allow air to go into the lungs. My mom was there caring for him by using a bulb syringe, like those little bubble things that people use to clean a baby's nose, to pull out the phlegm from his throat so it wouldn't go into his lungs and he could breathe. Mom took care of all his needs, including bedding, diapers, everything. The inability to speak did not stop him from being a dick. He would write insults to my mom like, "I pray to God that I fully recuperate so I can drag you down the street by your hair." By this time, Mom had had enough abuse and started fighting back, asking if she was such a horrid bitch, why was she the only one that was willing to be there to clean up his throat, to perform enemas, to bathe him, blah blah. If she was so terrible as he kept saying she was, she could have easily ended him already while he was in this fully dependent state. The insults just flowed like smoldering lava. Grandma showed up at the hospital accusing my mom of witchery again. She firmly believed that all the craziness that Dad would do was because my mom had cast some kind of spell on him. Grandma went on a tirade in the waiting room full of people and kicked her out of the hospital. She had no choice but to stay the night out in the street. The following morning, Mom would return to the hospital, but she was denied entrance by Grandma. As she stood helplessly in the waiting room, Dad was brought out in a wheelchair, and Mom was allowed to speak to him briefly. With a voice full of anguish and determination, she explained that she would be leaving and taking the kids with her, but not to worry because she will find a new job to make sure she can continue to pay for the medical bills. He responded by telling her that she can leave if she wants, but she will return on her knees. At that point, Grandma stepped in and said the following.
Cuando me vine para acá, me vine porque me corrieron, porque según ellos yo era una mala mujer. Entonces fue cuando tomé la decisión de venirme. Tu abuela no quería que me viniera, porque entonces ¿quién iba a cuidar a tu papá? Pero yo ya había tomado la decisión. Entonces ella me dijo con mucho coraje que yo era como una perra, que todos los perros andaban detrás de mí, pero que se iba a llegar el día en que me iba a ver arrastrando, pidiendo limosna.